Moon time. What's up, everybody? Okay, so 4 hour looking like this. Okay, so right now, basically how we're sitting on the chart. Oops. A quick look here. Like to me, and I kind of talked about this in the forecasting call yesterday, or the forecasting recording. There's just so much resting below here. I have a funny feeling that we're going to see one last plunge into here before we can potentially see a little bit of a larger pullback. So let's get into this. Oh yeah, we got some built up liquidity too. Interesting. Okay, let's just have a quick look at this. Okay. Trade, no 5-second confirmation. All right. I'm just trying to figure out what that next move might be. I have a hard time believing that we're going to want to move up, to be honest, but then again, who knows what might happen here. Okay, so I mean, ideally right now, what do I want to see here? Okay, so we've come in. So if and when we sort of break through here, right? Could start to look for some form of like a confirmation entry to take this up into, I wouldn't take, well, I mean, we could very well take out these highs. But I would probably play this into like this to take a good bit of partials. Yeah, something like this with an interaction at the high pushing through. That would give me, yeah, a little bit more reason to start looking. As it stands right now, to be honest with you, I'm still kind of waiting on, these cells to pull through. Maybe I'm just being, married to my bias, but I still think that, from like an ulterior motive sort of standpoint, like it would seem that we should come down here before really moving up. But we'll play what we see, right? As opposed to, trying to interpret this too much. Did you consider that 15-minute swing point break as a break of structure or a liquidity grab? Whereabouts? Right here? Well, this is like, I mean, I saw this as, this is the swing right here. That's the swing structure, right? That's the leg. And we've broken, right? We've broken below. But like, again, like this is the larger swing. You know what I mean? So just got to be careful and let kind of trend sort of establish itself a little bit more before we can really consider what's going on. I mean, we broke the lows, we've mitigated the last bit of demand to the left, we've taken liquidity from here, we've now created more, but we swept, came back down. Like, I still think that this is going down, to be honest with you, but I mean, I could be wrong, been wrong in the past. Yeah, as it stands right now, I guess just in terms of how I would look to trade this morning, yeah, you could have probably got involved with something down here. I'm going to be waiting for price to develop a little bit further. There's nothing super clear. for me right this second. The other thing I would probably consider would be looking at this sort of wider range like this. Even though we're leaving from a low, if we get some form of like order flow realignment here, I'm just thinking that if we clear out all of this, I would say that there's going to be a shitload of orders just resting below here, and that might be the next sort of area the market would want to navigate towards. So to be honest with you right now, as I'm looking at this, I don't have a whole lot of clarity other than possibly have gotten in to something like this. We're going to need more development to really give me a little bit more, just a little bit more clarity to see what the next move to capitalize on would be. And I think that, like I said, if we came up into here, had interaction, creating equals, something to run down into here, we could then possibly look for the next move up into this region like this. But I don't want to kind of sit here on what needs to happen and exactly what is supposed to happen to get in, because as I'm sure most of you guys know, at this point, anything can happen, and it's just more or less how we sort of react to it. But one of the things I would say about this entire setup is that there's absolutely no reason to look for shorts unless we came back up into here, possibly liquidated these highs. We're only going to be looking for longs in this region like this until we see some sort of order flow shift and realignment to then come down. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, as it stands right now, there's nothing super clear for me to want to get in. This would have been the only region I probably would have got interested in, just with this 15-minute order flow shift at the extreme. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, up until we get some more clarity, we either break down and then see something like this, we go like this, break up, something to take liquidity from to then move up. These are the only moves that I'm really sort of interested in. And again, it doesn't even mean that I'll get involved. I need to see some further development. And ideally, the big thing for me here is we need to see some form of liquidity to take to be able to fuel our move to start moving in this general direction, if the market wants to pull that way. Right now, looking for any kind of confirmation in here for me is absolutely no good. I want to see some further development personally. So that's it for this morning. We're kind of a little bit wonky with just the analysis, but quite frankly, this was the only entry that was really viable within our plan, at least the way that I see it. So yeah, we're just going to wait for a little bit of further development. Should be an interesting trade recap today, depending on how things sort of reveal themselves. But yeah, until then, until we see some sort of some clear picture as to what the market is really trying to do, I'm going to be sitting on my hands and just letting the market do what it needs to do to build liquidity in either direction and capitalize on it when the confirmations present. So have a good morning, guys. I will see you a little bit later on at 12 o'clock for the recap if and when we take some trades.